Welcome back to Metal of Honor. I'm Yidna. It's been a while. I think best part of like 4 weeks. Basically, this video's I recorded this about 4 weeks ago, just before like my big sort of workshop move. I just didn't get time to record the commentary for it to set it up, to sort of publish it. But it's been such chaos with like logistics of moving everything from my old workshop to the new workshop, redecorating my old workshop so I can put the studio back to how it was, like blank canvas to when I first got it. Setting up this place, loads of carloads coming over the last few weeks. Then finally the van to bring over like the final stuff. Then there was getting all the insurances ready, getting everything in place so I can set up properly. But yeah, awake fully. It's been tiring, but yeah, awake fully, ready to start recording every week again. Hopefully, getting back to this video will probably go on Friday night, but after that, for the following week, hopefully back to like every Sunday or Monday, but back to weekly videos. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. It's quite strange putting all my lights on and putting the camera back on, just to get chatting again. But this video is just for making a basic ear post. I see so many people doing ear posts and like for like the studs, but like when the butterfly goes on, you see them starting to bend, or I'll get people bring some to me like for repairs that they might have bought down like a normal sort of store, and they've already starting to bend, and they just want to rectify it, but quite often it's too far gone. They've either been made too weak, or it's just got like one little groove in, so the butterfly goes, or the butterflies just fly off, and they've lost the ear stud completely, and want another one made. But this is by far the best way to do an ear post, or like for an ear stud, that has, instead of having the one little groove filed in, it's going to have two grooves filed in. So when the butterfly goes on, it's going to click, then you're going to do it again, click again. So there's always like it's like a double lock. So there's less chance of your customer actually losing the ear post. But when you made these, I think I've done this one about 1 mil. I'll start in a minute anyway. But you'll find that so many people just do like a 0.7 or 0.8 wire. It's just not thick enough. Obviously that's millimeters. It's just not thick enough. You need to do them at least 0.9 to 1.1 mil. Probably find a lot on older people, skin starts to sag a little bit and they might be a bit loose. But yeah, generally, if you're going to make an ear post for an older client, maybe go up to 1.1. You probably find it'll go straight through. You can adjust the butterflies, like the little holes in like the fluted style, and they should go straight on. But to jump straight into the video, you can generally do these between 9mm and 11mm even. It's not a bad sort of sequence, or like sort of not a bad variation to do. It depends what's hanging or dangling, how wide the butterfly is to go on. To set these up, you can do these two. Let's say, depending whether you do like a 9mm up to 11mm post, for these two grooves that are going to be at the end, you kind of want them probably about like a good 1.75mm between. So you can set the verniers up for where you want the very end groove, and then press the 0 on your verniers, or just make a note of what it is, and then slide it down so you've got a nice big gap there. But normally about 1.75 to 2mm gap in between, you're quite safe. And this is just like a generic pin vise that you'd buy. You normally get the ones that have like a collar each side, or a twin-ended collet, so you could put like a ball burr in it, or an actual pin, something very fine. So from here, you notice that these are the escapement files, the little 14 to 15 centimetre ones, with just a tiny little bit of, with only about 7 or 8 centimetres of actual teeth, of actual file there. And you see I always start by angling as well. If you go straight on, you find you'll be slipping up and down the post. You also noticed on my actual bench peg here, just with a ball burr or with just something sharp and, something pointy and blunt, you can press it into your actual wooden bench peg so that you've got something to rest on and twist. So you see, as I do more of like the strokes to start off getting that little groove in, then you can straighten up the file and go sort of like exactly onto it, just with a bit more accuracy. And this is a cut 2 escapement file, obviously round, but after that you'll see that I'll go into, I have a cut 8 as well, which is very fine, and it's almost polishing. But even if you've only got the large escapement files, like the 20 centimetre needle files, so not escapement, actual needle, and you've only got like a cut 2, by just using the end, you can still get away with this. You can still do it without any problems. So of course, once you've done that first groove, you raise it up and you'll lay your file onto that actual groove, and you'll be able to see if you need to readjust and pull it out a bit further or put it in. And again, I'll go at an angle to stop it slipping and then gradually straighten up. But this is so simple. Just by doing this technique, you've got twice the chances of that ear post actually staying locked on. You know, like I haven't had it for years, but it's more people that I get in that have been to other places that have lost a butterfly, and I happen to be the closest jeweler to them, you know. But yeah, it's frustrating when I see it, because it doesn't take much more effort to actually do a second groove. And you see the actual time portion of this video of actually filing in one of these posts is like 6 minutes, or it was just over 6 minutes. No, it'll be under that, because at the end of the video you see me actually testing it with the butterfly, so it's less time than that. And of course, at the point of the ear post, always leave till last. There's no point doing it straight away, because you might have to pull those lines over a little bit, and it's as simple as this. And your customer's not going to give you a bad review because they've lost your earring. That's even if they realise that it's because you've made it wrong, or you've given them a bad product. You know, it's yeah, but you can avoid all that just by doing this. Just for reference, this actual ear post, when I pull through my tungsten draw plate for making round wire, the 1mm hole, by the time I actually pull that through, it's never 1mm. It actually comes out about 0.96. So this ear post is about 0.96, and by the time it's soldered onto some sort of stud, and it's polished, you're probably looking at about 0.95 at the end of this. So you see that this is my smoother escapement file, where I'm just zipping over these little bits now. Normally I'd polish this up, but the actual camera is just zoomed in so much. I didn't want it to sort of deteriorate, like the quality, and actually having that contrast between that sort of matte looking finish on the straight part compared to where you see the grooves. But you could polish these after. And these are like the little fluted ear posts. And it's just getting a nice little sort of click to it, and you'll hear it click twice. Of course, ear posts will gradually loosen a little bit, but of course these ear posts can all be tightened up. You can give them like just round nose pliers in there, just tweaking them just to tighten them up. And that's about it for the video. But like I say, I recorded this about 4 weeks ago, and I was hoping to do the commentary so I could at least release it a couple of weeks ago, so there wouldn't be such a huge gap between this bit and where I've gone. But yeah, like I say, it'll be a bigger video next time as well, and I'll sort of reveal where I am, or sort of like my actual company as well, and like my actual normal Instagram for my general business. But as a little hint, I'm actually based in Sittingbourne, Kent. So that's the southeast of England, in Sittingbourne, Kent. If anyone wants to do a little bit of detective work, find a few jewellers and see if you can find me. Even if you find my actual Instagram thing and realise it's me, you're welcome to put it in the comments. But I will be doing a main sort of reveal in the next video. But yeah, so anyone wants to do a little bit of detective work, I'm in Sittingbourne, Kent. See if you can find my business. Like I say, this will hopefully go on tomorrow night. That'll be Friday. And after that, the following week, should be back to Sundays and weekly videos. And I'm nice and settled in the new place. I'm really looking forward to sort of sharing a lot more stuff. Whether it's the tutorial videos or whether it's like the Watch Me Make sort of series. But yeah, and welcome back everyone else that's watching. Really appreciate it. Hopefully this video won't get lost in YouTube because I've been off for a few weeks. But yeah, hopefully in time you'll all find it. All the regulars at least anyway. But yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. Take care.